Mountain Dew.
Are you sure?
Hand it over.
Yeah? I don't know. I mean, you already had like five
Give it here.
glasses of this.
Give it here.
Are you sure? You had like 5 glasses already. Joe, like I know you went through like that real traumatic. Okay, all right. I know you went through that real traumatic experience after that fangirl went crazy and locked you in that storage unit in the middle of Lawrence. But
That's your fault.
how is this my fault?
All your fault.
You
You let this happen to me, Troy.
What are you
let me
talking
down.
about?
You let me down.
What? How did I let you down?
You let me down.
That doesn't
How
make
dare you.
any sense. This is his 7th one. Wait. We're starting, Joe.
I don't really care. You let this happen, Troy.
How did we're gonna cut all this out, right? No?
No.
Wonderful.
They need to know the truth.
Welcome back to Some More Gamers Universe, you guys. I'm Troy. I'm Troy Dilo, as always.
Backstabber.
We got Joe back. It's a long story. We'll explain the story later, not right now. Maybe we'll have time at the end of the show to explain what happened to him. Maybe not. I don't
He's
know.
lying. He won't say anything.
Oh, we got a real treat for you today. Isn't that right, Mario, huh? No? You're not going to talk to me either? Great.
Troy, you seem lonely.
Great.
Do you
I wonder why. You're not going to share.
No, I'm not. You're right. You want to know why? Because you got a towering glass right in front of you.
Yeah, where'd you get the small glass from anyway?
I found it.
I bet you did. We got a real treat for you today, everybody. We have a Nintendo theme today. We're doing some Mario games. We're doing Mario Party 10 and Super Mario 3D World. Are you excited, Joe? You feeling good over there? Eight shots in with your Mountain Dew over there.
Boo.
Yeah, well, boo to you too, all right?
Boo.
We're sick about you, and this is how you treat me afterwards. I was going to say that I really missed you last recording of this episode. Not
No,
this
you
episode,
weren't.
but last episode.
No, you weren't.
That girl was crazy. We're going to start. So we're going to start with Mario Party 10. In case you don't know how we do it here, we break games down into categories of graphics, storyline, gameplay, replayability, and we add that all up to a final score. We're going to start with Mario Party 10.
It's all on that piece of paper.
We have this piece of paper in front of us, debate style, but we're not really going to be debating, sort of, maybe.
In spite of this year, I think it should
He's
be
in a debating mood. Let's just get started. Mario Party 10, it was created by Nintendo. Nintendo is in charge of all things Nintendo.
Mario
Marios,
franchise,
Mario stuff.
Zelda franchise.
Everybody loves Zelda.
They own some of the biggest franchises.
Breath of the Wild, that's looking pretty good.
Oh,
Zelda.
yeah.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
I don't know, it looked okay at first, but I looked a little bit more into it. It does look really cool.
Yeah, open world. There's a jump button. Let's think about this for a second. There's a jump button in a Zelda game.
Isn't that weird?
We've
And
really,
now,
we've really developed.
instead of chickens to float to rooftop, you now have a hand glider, which I saw in an image. That is
We
pretty
have
cool.
developed.
My guess is there's still chickens that you can grab and jump and float.
Can you attack the chickens and then a horde of them will attack you?
Yes, probably.
I hope so. That was my favorite thing to do.
Zelda always kept that kind of thing in. It's good comic relief.
It was great. It was
You
funny.
hit a chicken and it's like, and you have like 25 chickens
That was my
flying at you
favorite
like,
thing That was my favorite thing to do. That was comedy gold.
run.
So we're going to start with the graphics of Mario Party 10 here. Now, Mario Party 10 is on Wii U, and Wii U is a system where you can use an HDMI cable. Long story short about that is it's basically in HD. All I gotta say is Donkey Kong's fur in HD looks clean. It looks clean. It looks good.
Far Cry 4 animals look clean too.
we talking about Far Cry 4, Joe?
No, but you know what? You were arguing with me on that in our second episode, I think.
Well, this is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's more adorable.
No.
I can say that, right? No?
He is not adorable. He is mean, angry, and he wants to kill Mario.
That's debatable.
No.
We have something to talk about after the show. So anyway,
You're fired.
You can't fire me. I hired you.
No.
All right, so graphics are going to come in for a 9 for me because it's in HD, and everything in HD looks clean and crisp and beautiful, and it's great. Here.
All right, this is what we're doing. We're sliding it back
We're
and
sliding
forth.
it back and forth, so.
Graphics. I give it a 7. The thing is, Nintendo doesn't focus on graphics. Now, if I wanted to rate it something higher, then I would only be rating it off of Nintendo. You obviously have to think of the two consoles that are very similar to, or have been put out at the same time as Nintendo, which is the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Nintendo is.
So you gotta, yeah, exactly. The Wii U is next gen. So you gotta figure that you have to put it in there, but I wouldn't put it too far because of Nintendo's more story-driven games. And I respect Nintendo for that. That's one thing I do like about Nintendo. The last time I had a Nintendo console was the N64 anyway. Mm-hmm. But I give it a 7. I think it's good for what it is. And I don't know, I mean, like, it's not perfect. It's not something that I would play every day. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Mario Party, and, you know, I mean, that'll come later.
And they made 10 of these.
It's like Final Fantasy games. They're just going to make, like, 300 of them, and then they're finally going to stop, and now they're going to put an end to the story. Like, the story of Final Fantasy should have ended, like, 20 games ago, but no, it just kept going and going and going and
it's going because it's such a beloved franchise.
I'm not a huge fan, but it is a huge franchise. I understand that.
Yeah,
Back to you.
Basically, what we're saying here is we love you, Nintendo.
Much respect.
Thanks for not suing us.
Much respect.
Right? We can, yeah, they're not suing us because we're doing this, but we love you, yeah. Storyline. Now, I think we're going to skip this category because there really
absolutely no storyline.
There really is no story for the Mario Party games.
It's like playing Super Smash Bros. There's
no
real
like
story.
There's no real story. Like even during like Smash Brothers like Brawl when they had like the subspace, and that was kind of like a story.
You mean like you fight all the way to the hand?
Yeah, but then the hand turns out to not be the real villain. It was some dude called Taboo.
That must have been in the newer ones because I remember like Super Smash Bros, which was GameCube, and I think.
Yeah. You've never played Brawl?
N64. Oh, I have at your house, but I haven't. Mm-hmm. Again, I haven't owned a Nintendo system since the N64. So.
Yeah. Well, Taboo was weird. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
But yeah, there's no real story here, so we're just gonna jump over this category. So, note that this will not affect the score. We're just skipping this because there's no story here. The gameplay for the Mario Party games, it's always fun. You always have a fun time. Nintendo is more or less, I would call it like a family system. You know, they make games where some games you can play by yourself, but Mario games, specifically this one, the Mario Party series, it's meant to be played with friends. It's meant to be played with friends, especially the older Mario games where it was kind of like board game style. This one's different because...
Board game?
Yeah! You've never played any other Mario Party games?
No.
Well, they were board game style. You would have a character, and you would, like, travel across, and then after every single turn, there was, like, a mini game. After everybody had a turn, there was, like, a mini game.
Look,
and then you go back to the...
Troy, I had all of about 5 minutes to watch a 20-minute video.
We're playing Mario Party 5 after this. I own Mario Party 5. We're playing Mario Party 5 after this.
No.
I could see him over there shaking his head, giving me the thumbs up. He knows what I'm talking about. You're the only one who doesn't know what I'm talking about. But in this one, it's different because every single party member, it's still board game style, but you're all kind of working together as a team, which kind of takes away from the aspect of the old Mario Party games, which makes Mario Party 5, I'm telling you, like the best one. It's still fun, and the mini games are great. And at the end, there's like a boss where you all kind of sort of work together to beat them, but there is a separate score system, so you're still kind of working against each other.
Is there a
It
Mario?
got complicated.
Does Mario Party come out every single year?
At least one.
Call of Duty and Battlefield, watch out. Mario Party's on the move.
They're coming after you, man. So, for me, it's a 10 because, especially when you're playing with friends, because it's a fun game. The board game style is adorable. It's cute. You got all these Mario characters.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking? You know what? I don't need to explain myself. Anybody who's ever played a Mario Party game knows what I'm talking about. You, on the other hand, have never played a Mario Party game. What's your defense, sir?
My retaliation defense thing is 3.
Objection.
Well, I'm talking right now. Okay, we live in
My blood pressure's going up.
We're civilized people. Don't have a heart attack.
My blood pressure, Joe.
Okay, I don't really care. Die for all I care.
Oh, boy. We don't have the budget for that. Keep going.
Yes, we do. I've never played it. I watched gameplay, like I said. And that's the thing, like, if I'm going to play a Mario game, I would rather play a Mario game. Which means Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario. The side-scroller Marios.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, those are the classic Mario games. Mario Party is... Why didn't they just do Mario Brothers 4-player? Is it that hard? Mario Party 10 and all the other Mario
We have that with like the new Wii.
That's the only one that I've seen.
Super Mario
Our
Brothers
second
Wii
game is
and
the
Wii
only
U.
one that I've seen with 4 people co-op, all in that similar side scroller.
Mario Party has 4-person co-op.
But it is not run around, jump on mushrooms or whatever. Collect
it's
coins.
party games. It's party games.
But I don't want to play party games.
Well,
I want to defeat.
This is not the game for you, Joe.
I know it isn't. That's why I never played it.
Well, maybe you should. More specifically,
Logic.
Mario Party 5. Mario Party 5 was like the best one. I'm telling you.
You know what? You can do your replayability second. Punishment.
Oh, punishment.
I gave the replayability
Ooh.
a 6. Because it is a party game.
He's never played one.
Hold on. Allow me to finish, please.
You know what? I will.
I let him finish, and he always does this to me. Why? Am I the bad guy here?
Yes.
Am I always the bad guy?
Absolutely.
Oh, really? Okay, mister, let me get kidnapped, and then you allow some crazy girl on the show. What a friend you are.
You know what?
Anyway, so replayability, I gave a 6 because it's sort of like Super Smash Bros. Or basically any sort of game that has co-op and or multiplayer and or you play together. And that's the thing with games with no story. They do have a good chunk of replayability. Maybe it gets tedious after a while because all you're doing is versing friends and doing the same thing over and over. However, just to go back and mess with it is just, every so often you do it. So, anyway, here you go.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to have to agree with you on everything you said there because where that is true and all that. But I've actually played Mario Party games. So for the replayability, I'm giving it 2 different scores because the replayability is complicated with these kind of games. When you go back and play this game again with friends, it comes into about a 9. Because, you have somebody sitting next to you, someone who you can talk to. have a nice friendly conversation with, or maybe you can, or maybe you screw them over in the game, and it gets heated, and it gets into a serious competition. It's fun. It's all fun. When you go back to a Mario Party game by yourself, the replayability comes into about a 4 because there's a difference between replaying it with someone by your side and playing it by yourself. When you're playing it by yourself, it gets stale and repetitive like really fast. But when you're playing it with someone else, you can engage in conversation, and therefore, the factor is still up there. It's still interesting. So that's why, when you're playing it by yourself, the replayability is a 4. But when you're replaying it with a friend, or multiple friends, it comes into about a 9 because the stale and repetitiveness is slowed because of friends. Yeah, okay. So, final score. So the final score for Mario Party 10 comes into about an 8 for me.
I gave it a 5.
That's great because it's a solid experience. You can keep it. I wouldn't recommend Mario Party 10. I would recommend Mario Party 5 because I honestly think that's the best one. But this one's still pretty good. You can keep it. You can play it by yourself if you're in the mood for it. When friends come over, you can be like, hey, let's play some Mario Party 10. There's even a Bowser mode where like somebody has like the gamepad and they play as Bowser.
Yippee! Sounds like a lot of fun.
You are no fun, sir.
Oh, I'm fun.
No, you're not.
Just more fun than you.
You wish. Okay. Super Mario 3D World. We're moving on to the next one. Again, made by Nintendo. I don't have to explain this to you. We already explained the Nintendo factor. Graphics. The graphics are pretty much the same thing because, again, it's on the Wii U, and the Wii U does run on an HDMI cable because it's next gen.
That has almost nothing to do with the graphics, right?
All I'm saying, Joe, is the graphics are in HD. They look crisp. They look clean.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the HDMI cable.
It comes into about a 9. You know what? What'd you give it, sir?
Jeez, stop being so violent.
You're violent.
I'm just trying to give you the facts, man. If you don't want to take the facts,
you're crazy.
Then go on Carfax and find them yourself.
You show me the Carfax.
Carfax, give me money.
Sponsor.
So I gave the graphics an 8. Again, I don't want to judge it based off of just next-gen consoles, but I do throw that in there. Now, over the years, Nintendo's really upped their graphics, and obviously that has to go along with the hardware of the system. So, I think it looks okay. It's not too bad, and it's not fantastic, but they definitely have done a lot better with their graphics over time. And that's one thing I give them. They'll be subtle with their changes, but they still make great stories. I've said that 20 minutes ago, but I'm serious about it. It's definitely one of those games.
Yeah, no, like Nintendo is one of those companies who focus more on like story and gameplay and not really on graphics.
Well, it's because they were around,
like
20 years ago, 25 years ago. You know what I mean? That's
like
the thing
dawn
with Nintendo.
Of time.
They kind of understand that the way that they were successful is making great story games.
The dawn of time of gaming, I would say.
Yeah, Sega was before that, and then
Sega
obviously, coin-operated
yes,
machines.
The year of arcades.
Arcade games, yeah.
The year of arcades. Those were good times. The storyline is pretty much the same thing as any other Mario game. Except this time, Bowser does not kidnap the princess. He kidnaps these little colored fairies that look like the Lollipop Guild. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's what they look like. They're like tiny little fairies, this big, actual size. They don't talk. They make like happy go sound effects, and they look like little gummy candy, like Lollipop Guild things. I don't know what else to say, man.
So you're making fun of the Lollipop Guild. Is that what you're doing?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Well, you know what? I know the Lollipop Guild. They're fantastic people.
For me, it comes into a 6 because
They're so nice. They're so nice.
Were you hanging out with them when you were kidnapped, Joe? Is that what it was?
No. I hung around with them when I was 10 years old. They brought me into their world, and it was wicked fun. I mean, we just kind of chilled. We walked down the yellow brick road.
Were you hanging out in Disney World? Huh? Is that what it was? You hanging out in Disney World?
What?
Is that, yeah?
Can you speak English?
Joe, can we get back on the task at hand?
English.
Joe, I need you to focus for like 5 more minutes. For like 5 more minutes. 6, because it's pretty much the same story, except the princess isn't kidnapped. It's the Lollipop Guild looking fairy creatures. Let's gonna move on, Joe, please.
So we're on storyline. I gave it a 7. Again, it's a repetitive Mario game, except somehow they're still fun.
Somehow, right?
Behind the scenes, Nintendo does some crazy stuff. It's just like, it's the same exact game for the past 20 years, but it just gets better.
It looks better. It plays better. How do they do it?
Nintendo, you need to give some tips to Activision and or whatever company now makes Call of Duty, and you need to give tips to DICE and EA on Battlefield. You need to tell them exactly how they need to do it to become successful and not be games that they just pop out every year.
Share your secrets, Nintendo. Gosh.
Nintendo won't. They're too smart.
I know. Gameplay. Now, the gameplay comes in at a 9 here because it's still fun. The same game 20 years later, and it's fun. And on top of that, it's not even 2D anymore. 3D world, that's because you can run in a circle because it's in 3D.
It's also 4-player, so it does make it easier.
And it's also 4-player. And there's new power-ups like the cat suit.
Oh, I think I saw that when I was watching a video.
The cat suit, that works out because you could climb walls for a brief amount of time. And it just works. It just works. It's fun. Mario is never not fun.
No.
It's a 9.
Storyline Mario, not party.
It's a matter of opinion.
Gameplay, I gave it an 8. I do like how they made it 3D. And it definitely looked like something I'd play. Definitely looks like something I'd beat.
Oh, well, let me tell you something about the replayability when we get there.
Yeah. So, you know, that's definitely a game I'd play with you or just by myself. It's Mario.
As long as I get to be Luigi.
No, I want Luigi.
Too bad.
Mario's mean. Sorry, Mario.
It's no offense.
You know it's the truth.
No offense. It's just your brother jumps.
It's okay, Joe.
You talk. It's no offense. It's just Luigi jumps higher. He's got jumps for days. Anyway, so the replayability here. Now, I bring the replayability down to a 2. There's a reason for this. Because even though, yes, you can go back and replay the levels that you've beaten, you're going to be too developed because there's like 4 to 5 extra worlds, each with like 12 different levels in there, along with like a boss rush level and like a final road kind of level, which is like 10 minutes long. So the replayability here is like really low because even though, yes, you can go back and play the levels, the game never ends. Even when you finally defeat Bowser, the game never ends because there's all these extra worlds to run around in. So 2 comes in about a 2.
I gave it a 3. Again, like he said, there's a lot of levels to Mario games. There always has been. So I mean, once you beat the game, you're just kind of like, well,
running around.
Now
the same
what?
Levels. Yeah, like what do you do
it's like
now?
now they have all these extra little levels, and it's like, yeah, that's cool. You can beat those too. But
like,
after that, it's like, damn, I don't want to have to go through all of that again, even though I beat it already.
Yeah.
Like I played Uncharted 3-4 times. But this I couldn't do twice.
And to get to the final world, you need to have gotten all the golden flagpoles, all the green stars, and all the stamps. All of them.
Look at that flick.
That was solid. That was a good throw. So the final score for this comes into about a 7.
I didn't throw it.
Okay. It comes into about a 7 because it's Mario. It's Mario.
Don't you say solid.
It's a solid experience.
We do need to have a talk after this.
We do.
We need to, read a dictionary, possibly a thesaurus.
It's Mario, but it's 3D with new power-ups, a lot of worlds to explore, a lot of levels to go through. Even after you beat the game, there's still like a lot of levels to go through. So it's Mario. Like what else can you say? It's Mario.
I'm gonna hold off on giving you the score. It's a secret. I'll tell you at the end. Now, final score. I honestly don't know how to explain it because it's the best way
Mario,
to. It's
right?
Mario.
It's Mario.
It's Mario. It's the same thing 20 years later. There's not much to really say. Like, if you're a gamer and you don't know what Mario is, or you've never, ever played a Mario game, I don't know what to do for you.
Yeah, like literally everyone's played Mario at this point.
I have no clue what to do for you.
Like, if you've never played Mario, how? How have you not played Mario?
Disappointing.
It's impossible to not
Really,
play Mario.
it's a disappointing thing.
Like, even if you play Smash Brothers, it still counts. Like, even if you don't pick Mario as a character.
No, you need to play a Mario game. Just Mario. Just Mario. Even if you get
You need
Super
to
Mario 3D
experience
World.
the da-da-da-da-da-da.
and just running across and jumping on things and dealing with the pain and the agony and the anger and the possibility of a broken controller.
Especially the lava levels.
But,
You know
through and through, actually I don't. Damn. Through and through, it's Mario.
Yes.
You can't ever go wrong. Ooh, excuse me. Wow.
That was the first time that's happened. Yeah.
No, it isn't. He did it. I think we actually cut it out. I don't know if we left it in the episode or if we cut it out. You know what?
What's the score, Joe? Wrap this up.
Yeah, we cut it out. Yeah.
What's the score, Joe? Wrap this up here.
Score is a 7.
7.
Same as him. I just wanted to try to explain it a little bit better because he doesn't know how to use words.
Whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're unfortunately out of time here today. Who invited Mozart in here?
A very important call.
Who invited Mozart?
Excuse me. Hello?
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check us out on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. YouTube channel, Gamers Universe TV. Facebook, Gamers Universe. Check us out over there. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, I'll head over right now. Yeah.
So rude. We'll see you guys next time.
Of course, bye.
I hate you, I really do.
No, you don't.
I really do.
No.
How can you say no?
Because I know you, Troy.
Yeah?
You have nobody else but
I'm
me.
cutting you off, all right? You've had way too much. Oh, man, he's finishing it off. I made a real effort to stop him there, didn't I?